Hello grade 3s and any grade 2s who are hanging out with us, welcome. I hope you've enjoyed learning about arrays this week. Now this is Thursday, but there is no school tomorrow because it's Good Friday. So I won't be posting any videos, but I am going to give you a little project to do for math during this next week, which we are still counting as a school break. So there won't be any videos next week, but I will hope that you will still be thinking about what you can do to be learning. And this is just one small project that I'll be giving you. So you may have noticed that buildings use arrays when they are making their windows a lot of the time. And if you look at pictures in books, usually if you have big skyscrapers, they end up looking like an array with their windows. So the idea behind this activity is that you are going to either draw or create buildings with windows that are in arrays and then make the multiplication question that goes with it. So for example, I'm just going to actually take this off the wall so I can bring it a little bit closer. There we go. Okay, so for example, let's count our rows here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of windows times 2 columns. 1, 2. So we're going to write 2 here. 4 times 2. Now we can count by 2s or 4s. Let's count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times 2 is 8. That simple. I apologize, it's a little bit messy looking. I'm actually going to write that again. There we go. Let's look at our next building here. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. I know it's only a row of 1, but it still counts in this case. And there is only 1 column. Now, as I think you remember from our last lesson, and as you can see, there are 5 windows in the whole building. 5 times 1 is 5. Remember, anything times 1 is the same number. Finally, here we have 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3 columns. And if we could count by 3s, which I hope you've been practicing, 3, 6, 9. So 3 times 3 equals 9. So as I said, you could do this as a picture, and that would be great. That's fantastic. You could color it, you can make it look, you could add details, you could add moon and stars behind it. If we were doing this at school, each student would be making their own building and we would put it on the bulletin board and I'd put like stars and a moon behind it and I would call it Array City. Well, we don't get a chance to do that, but we can still be creative and have some fun with it. If you don't want to do a picture, another idea is to actually make the building. Now this is not the best example, but it doesn't have to be fancy. I just took a little cereal box, and as you can see, I have cut the windows into this. Now, if you are cutting a box, ask for help from someone grown up, okay? I don't want to hear anyone cutting their fingers doing my activities, okay? Don't do this without some help. Incidentally, I made this for my baby because her little guys from the other video fit in here, and she insisted I make a door because she realized that they wouldn't fit through these little windows. So there's a little door where the guys can fit. And I didn't decorate mine, but you could if you would like to. So let's do the math question for this one. So we have 1, 2, 3 rows, and we have 1, 2 columns. So that's 3 times 2. And if we count by 2s, 2, 4, 6. So the question for that one would be 3 times 2 equals 6. All right, so once you have made your buildings either on paper or made a little model of them, you can either put them onto Google Classroom, which I hope some of you have been able to access by now. If you haven't, you could also get your parents to take a picture and text it to me or email it to me, and I can put it on Google Classroom. I'm happy to do that for you. See if you can find some way to share what you've made with me, and I'll make sure that everyone else can see it. So that is your assignment for the next week. So take your time with it, make it look cool. If you want to make more than one thing, that's great. Show me your Array City and let's let's enjoy that even though we can't be together to make it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I hope you have a wonderful break, even though it's a little bit more of the same. Take the time to just enjoy your family and have some fun, and I'll be back with more videos after the break. Take care.